Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Sunday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome. Good to see you. Jenny, why are you up? It'll be quick and it'll be very effective. My mustache is growing. All right, I digress, but I'm not gonna digress tonight. All right. Gratitude, gratefulness, being grateful for what you have, right? Now, it's easy, right? It's easy to be grateful for the big things, right? The big, huge things. Like, I'll give you an example. Well, I won't give you this example yet. Let me give you a little story first. Little story first. Glow, what's going on? That's funny. I totally digressed now. Big time. All right, so the story goes like this. Two friends. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a good life. Two friends go on a trip together for the first time. Sorry guys, I feel like something's in my eye. Two friends go on a trip together for the first time, and they're getting ready to go to sleep, and one friend sees the other friend is standing in front of the mirror, and he's just like loving on himself, right? Loving on himself, right? He's just like saying thank you, and he's saying I love you, and to himself, right? And he's taking his hands and the fingers one by one, and he kisses them, every one of them. He puts a kiss on his hand and puts it on his eye, and this friend is just looking at him like, what the dude, what are you doing? He's all like, I'm just giving my grace. I'm just being grateful. He goes, you're being like more like a narcissist than anything else. I mean, what's going on? What are you doing? You're like holding yourself and kissing yourself. What's going on over here? And the guy goes, you know what? No, what I'm doing is I'm thanking every part of me that helped me get through the day today. I thank my eyes for letting me see. I thank my hands and my fingers for everything that I got to do today with my hands and fingers. I thank my heart and my lungs because I don't have to think about them pumping and having me breathe. They do it on their own. I just thank every single part of me for, taking me through the day. Now, I love that story. That's the end of the story, by the way. I love that story. And you may have heard it, another version, which is possible, but I like my version. I didn't change a whole lot, just one little thing, that these guys were on a trip together. So it's I'll give you a real life example. And I haven't shared this story with a whole lot of people live, but people know about it on live, I guess. Whatever. So when I was in Michigan, I'm not going to shrink this story because this is a long story, and I'm going to shrink it like to bite sizes. When I was in Michigan, and I was walking my dog one night. I was walking my dog, and I slipped, and I snapped my right wrist. I snapped it so good that I ended up having 2 reconstructive surgeries. And I went through 9 months of therapy. And I didn't have a right arm, completely right arm, let alone a wrist. I didn't have a right arm for 5 weeks. So I literally had to use my left arm to move it around. I didn't have any movement at all for 5 weeks on my right arm, right? And yeah, like I said, I ended up having two reconstructive surgeries, and it was my right hand. And at the time, I had just like really got excited about network marketing and the company I'm with now. And I was actually writing, right? I was writing a book, and yeah, so that's a whole other story. I was writing a book, and this happened. I couldn't write anymore, right? Do you hear him? Along with the, it's every night. Anyway, I guess they don't like the cops. Man, they're loud, huh? Do you hear that? You guys hear that, right? They're so loud. They're still going. They're still going. Can you hear that? Karen Ann, how are you? Welcome, welcome. They are so loud. They literally have been coming right in front of my window by my patio. Like literally right. One of them stares right in my face, which is funny. But all right, I digressed a whole heck of a lot, but that was interesting. So when I stabbed my wrist in Michigan, 9 months of therapy, 232 hours of just, you know, I realized how much I used my right arm, hand, wrist before then. And I never knew. Have you ever got a cut on your finger or maybe broke something and then you realize, wow, I can't use that finger or I can't use that hand? Like it's, oh, have you ever? So when that happened to me, I realized how important it was for my right, I mean, just to have, it was unbelievable, right? I mean, the pain, the therapy, coming back, just it was bad. So I realized it was right after the surgery that I realized, wow, and I'm not, no stranger to surgeries and operations before, but it never was like, like a arm or something that I used every day. You know what I mean? Like even I had a knee surgery, but it wasn't like that. It was just I already knew the knee surgery was going to happen. It was just one of those things. But when something like that happens, you're like, oh man, I use that a lot. I never knew how much I use it until now that I can't, right? So what I'm trying to say is that surgery, that injury, if you would, made me realize how precious all these little things are that we overlook, right? We sometimes we give grace or gratitude for the big things. Oh Lord, thank you for my home. Thank you for the roof above my head, or thank you for my job, right? But we don't really give grace or gratitude to the little tiny little things, like for example, at a few months ago, I don't know, nowhere, I had this really bad knee pain. Some of you guys know about this, right? I had really bad knee pain. When that knee pain went away, I actually would pray about it and say, you know what, thank you for healing my knee. But when that knee pain went away, one morning, I remember this so clearly. I woke up and I didn't have a knee pain. Oh my God, I've been thanking and giving grace every morning for not having that knee pain, literally. And what I thought, this story was so cool that, it made me think, you don't have to wait until like you lose something and then realize how grateful you are for it, right? You can do it before you lose it. You can do it before you don't have it anymore. In fact, That's probably a better idea, to give gratitude, to be grateful for the things that are already here that you may overlook. The little things, the tiny things. I really do believe, and I've talked about this in other subjects in other lives, that it's the little things. It's those building blocks that really count. They're the ones that really have a massive effect on overall everything. So be careful with those little things, and I think it's important to give grace and be grateful for the tiny things, the little things. And if you get used to doing that, the big things are just a given. You know what I mean? It's just like so there. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I know a bunch of you have asked, why am I not doing skits? I'm going to try to come up with a good reason. I don't really have a good reason. I just haven't been really in the mood. Maybe that's the reason. But this week I'll do some good reels for you guys. That's funny. I'll do some good skits. I have some saved. So and some of you are so kind. Send me some stuff. A bunch of you send me all kinds of stuff. Like do this, do that, right? Do this one, do that one. Okay, so one thing, if you're gonna send me stuff to do, I don't do anything dirty, or I just don't do that. So don't send me any of that stuff. But other than that, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love. You guys are still commenting on Margie's interview. Like, I mean, that's just who she is, man. She's just so freaking awesome. And then I'm gonna announce tomorrow the guest for this week's Thursdays with Sean. So you know what I mean? That's funny. I love them. You send great stuff, so send them. No, some people send me skits and they say you got to do this. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. That's like so not me. I'm not. I'm not gonna do that skit. So anyway, if you feel like this was worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people. Don't be shy. And I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over again.